If steak is your favorite, you are in luck watching Studio 10 this morning. Joe's outside with the guys from Bama-Q. Joe, what are you guys grilling up?
What's going on, Chelsea? We've got Rob and Travis out here today. Guys, thank you so much for being on Studio 10.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
You guys, we talked about it earlier. You're looking sharp this morning, too.
We're either going to cook a steak or go bass fishing.
I like it, man. You guys got the team jerseys all lined up and ready to go. So let's talk a little bit about Bama-Q first. Tell us about that.
So Bama-Q is they have a TV production.
Yeah.
They do videos for like cooking videos, and they also put on events such as the one we're going to have this weekend at the Battleship.
All right. So what's the big event that's coming up this weekend?
The big event is at the Battleship. It's grilling at the Battleship, which to my understanding is the first time they've ever done a cooking event at the Battleship. They had to jump through a few hoops to have open grills and stuff like that. We have 45 competitors from all around. I think we are from as far as Arkansas, probably some from up north. There's a kids queue. To tie it into Mobile, we did an anything moon pie competition. So there's gonna be 20 people turning in anything from a dessert to who knows what using moon pies. And then Hall's Cajun sausage is another turn-in. So it's just a fun, family-oriented day to hang out in good weather and cook good food.
Man, that's awesome. And I love grilling steaks. It's grilling season, y'all, so I'm going to pay close attention to what y'all are doing today. Let's start with what type of steak are we going to cook today? And also, I want to talk about the way you guys trimmed it up.
So today we are cooking a $1,000 steak. That's what is up for grabs at these events, at the SCA events. Usually, actually most of the time, it's an eighth of an inch to an inch and an eighth to an inch and a quarter ribeye steak.
Okay.
They lay them on the table. Everybody gets a chance to choose a first steak, and then they go back to choose another steak. You take it back to your table or your tent or your trailer. You trim it up. You get it nice and shaped up. It's not something normally you would find at a restaurant like, when Quincy's was here or what you're going to serve to your guest. We tie it up for a presentation and a one bite. That's what we're looking for.
Okay, so I want to ask you about this. If we can see what we got here. Usually when I cook at home, I'm just throwing it on the grill like that.
Right.
Is there a taste benefit at all, or is it just the presentation to trim it up this way?
It's just the presentation.
Okay.
So you have some fat and gristle along the exterior.
Right.
We take all that off. This is the most tender part of the ribeye, so we're gonna, trim that up in a manner to where this is where the judges are gonna get their taste from. We also have to hit a certain doneness. We're looking for a perfect medium, so the steak will be cut in half, and it's usually cut through the eye of the steak here. And you want to make sure that the doneness is a perfect medium there. So,
see, that's interesting to me too, because I hear when most people they say medium rare. So medium is the competition that you're going for?
Perfect medium, pink throughout.
Okay. Okay.
And so we're scored on appearance. We're scored on doneness, texture, taste, and then overall impression.
Man, I can't wait to try this out.
So we trim it nice and neat just for the appearance, because you eat with your eyes first.
All right.
We want to make it look good.
So you got one like that, and is that the one that's marinating in there? Tell me about the marinade.
Yes. So there's a bunch of marinades that are on the market.
Yeah.
We're actually using a marinade that I make myself, local here in Mobile. And it's done very well.
Can we show it off?
Yes, yeah. Let's show it.
Is it right over here?
It's called Moo Magic. It's just magic. This stuff is a beefy, smoky flavor. It has a little bit of tenderizer, but you can leave. There's people that like to leave their steaks in the refrigerator for an hour or two. This will work fine. We do about 30 to 45 minutes. That one's been marinating here for about 45 minutes. We're going to take it out. We're going to season that one. We're going to take the one that's not in there, put it in there, and then we're going to trim the other one so that everybody gets a good bite. But yeah, we're going to season it up after we get it, pat it dry, and we're looking forward to having some good steak.
All right, and where did you say we can find the Moo Magic? It's just magic. Where can we find this?
You can find it at Bama Barbecue Supply online, or I actually have an online store as well, flaps20.com.
All right, man. Can't wait to try that out. We're going to get to grilling in our next segment. Stick around. You don't want to miss this $1,000 steak out here. And the big competition coming up. We'll tell you more about that so you can come on out and enjoy that as well. Steak time, Chelsea. Love it.
I just learned like 73 things about cooking a steak. I'm so excited to continue with those guys and to try it next. We're going to have more details on that festival at Battleship Memorial Park. Coming up.
Well, we are back outside in the studio kitchen outdoors talking with Travis and Rob from Bama-Q Barbecue, or Bama-Q Grilling, sorry. Just a little bit about what we have going on heading into this weekend. You guys have grilling at the Battleship.
Yes.
And you guys are gearing up for that. So what does that look like?
It's an SCA event. You can find events like that on the SCA website, StateCookoffAssociation.com. We actually cook for BamaQ TV. You can find all of the episodes and kind of figure out what's going on. You can watch them. It's a streaming service on all the streaming platforms. You can watch some of the back episodes and kind of figure out, hey, this is something cool that I like to do, because it's 40 guys showing up in pickup trucks and a barbecue breaks out. I mean, it's just a lot of fun. So we're just kind of showing you how our process is to cook $1,000 steak, or hopefully $1,000 steak, to hear our name called last at the event. We got it out of the marinade a little bit ago. We lightly seasoned it with a Thriller griller. We got some flaps all purpose and some BamaQ butter bomb on there. We're letting it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. We're going to throw it on the screaming hot grill and cook about between 560 and 600 degrees depending on the grill grates. We're going to flip it. It's going to get those nice grill marks on it. Then we're going to let it come up to temp, and hopefully everybody enjoys it after that.
I was going to say, I'm already just enjoying the smells out here for one, and so you're busy on the grill over here.
I'm about to get started.
Perfect. I'll let you go ahead and get started. Just show us a little bit about what that looks like.
Yeah. So these are the grill grates we use. That's to get the marks on top of the steak the way we want it. It's going to have a nice pattern on top of the steak. So we're just oiling our grates. And
yeah, when you go to a nice fancy steak restaurant and they bring you out those steaks and it has the diamond or the square pattern on it, and it looks like it almost looks like it's not real, they use these things called grill grates. It helps you control the temp at the point that the steak hits the grill, so you're not getting a dark brown across the hole. You're just getting those black lines on it. These events in the SCA, like most cooking events, part of it is your appearance. So you want to turn in nice meat. No matter if you're doing barbecue or steak, you want to make a really good appearance, because it stands out first. That's the first thing that you're going to see. So when it goes to the judging table, they're going to look and make sure that the lines are perfect, the lines aren't burnt, they don't wave. So it's not easy. I mean, because you're dealing with, a temperature of a grill, the temperature outside, you're dealing with wind and rain. There's a lot of factors go in, but it's a lot of fun.
I was going to say, it sounds like it. And like Chelsea said, we've already learned 73 new things today. I've learned about a couple more just in that little segment alone. And so we're out of time for this cooking segment, but really quickly talking more about it this Saturday. When is it taking place? And then also, where can folks purchase tickets?
Okay, so it's actually free not free. It's free to kind of walk around. You just have to pay to get on to where the Battleship is, or Battleship Park. You can find more information at the SCA website or State Cook-Off Association website. You just show up. We load in about 8 or 9 o'clock. About 10 o'clock, people are going to start, kind of cooking, lighting the grills and stuff. It's a fun time if you've never been to something like that to walk around. There's always opportunities to volunteer at the next one. Maybe you'll like it. There's a kids queue, like I said. Maybe you have a kid that you want to cook and want to get involved into the sport of cooking. So it's a good time. I hope to see everybody out there. I hope we see a lot of people out there walking around. If you see us in our shirts, come stop by. We'll definitely give you some samples and let you see what it's all about.
There you go. That sounds like so much fun, and it smells delicious. Something you guys definitely want to check out heading into this Saturday. And we're going to have more with BamaQ Grilling coming up when we return.
Welcome back to Studio 10. We've got Rob and Travis and Joe back here too, because now it's the finale. It's time to try the steak, and of course we have to let him try the steak.
I'm just sneaking out behind him to reach in and grab a bite.
He's just waiting until the steak is done. Okay, for folks who are just now tuning in, really quickly, what are we doing this morning?
We're cooking a $1,000 steak. This weekend at the Battleship here in Mobile, there's an SCA event put on by Bama-Q TV. If you want more information, you go to steakcookoffs.com. You can find out more information about the event. And we're just showing you how we cook a steak in hopes to bring that $1,000 home this weekend.
And real quickly, for the people who want to come out, it's this weekend, but when specifically so they can mark it on their calendar?
It's Saturday.
Yeah.
If you're a team, the team information is on the SCA website. For just general people that want to come around, walk around, see what's going on, about 10 o'clock is when I would come out there. You would see the team. This is kind of one of those barbecue pitmaster shows that you saw on all the other channels a while back. It's going to be filmed for BamaQ TV.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a little bit. It's cool. It's a different thing that a lot of people haven't gone and experienced yet.
Right, Rob. Are we almost done with the steak here?
Yeah, we're about done. We're gonna pull it off and sit it over here to the side.
Okay, and as he's doing that, Travis, we did want to say the heart of this is really for folks to come out and watch you guys do what you do. Just in these 3 segments today, I've learned so much about cooking a steak.
Yes, it is an amazing group of people. We travel. Rob and I, we went to Las Vegas this year. My wife actually got into steak cooking because me and him cooked. She finished tied for 4th in the world in steak.
Wow.
You know, so it is a family. My daughter cooks. His wife, his daughter has cooked. So it's one of those things that people don't look at as something that families can do together. But it is an avenue of things to do, especially during COVID. There wasn't, we stayed at home. Well, we ended up going to cook a lot. So it just brought a lot of togetherness. And we'll have about 45 teams from all over, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Georgia. They'll all come down, and it's just going to be a blast.
All right, well, Joe.
All right, guys, so we got 30 seconds. Can you cut me off a little bit of that to try out? I know
Sure.
you usually probably let it rest maybe a little longer. Or
Yeah, we
how's it work?
normally do, but
It varies on when we're going to turn it in, because sometimes we don't have any time to let it rest. We are just running to the judging tent and in hopes that we make it.
All right, well, this is a good trial for you guys before Saturday. You may get to sample a few pieces of steak, but again, the heart of this is just to learn the techniques. Watch what they do. Again, we've learned so much today, and it's probably warm. So delicious. And really quickly mention, we want to talk about this.
Yes, so I'm a retired Coast Guard. Been here for 14 years.
Yeah.
And about 2017, I started my own company with seasonings. It's called flaps20.com. You can find it at flaps20.com. We kick the tire, light the fire, because it's grilling time. You can also find Rob at BamaBarbecueSupply.com. We're just food and flavor and friendship. That's what we're all about.
All important.
Amazing. $1,000 steak, y'all. You got to come and try it out this Saturday if you get the opportunity.
That's right, guys. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Again, this Saturday, we will have all the details online.